You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Police have identified the teen who died in the Eisenhower Park shootings Wednesday night. Authorities say the victim was 15-year-old Kasari Hagans of Coram. Two other men who were also shot are in critical condition. A Westbury teen was charged with criminal possession of a weapon after a handgun was found near the shooting. And as a Setauket teen is charged with DWI after crashing her car on the LIE. Police say 18-year-old Olivia Perez Bonilla was driving in the eastbound lanes near Holbrook when her car hit the center median and a barrier after midnight. Her passenger, who is 19 years old, was seriously hurt. And Brookhaven officials have voted unanimously to bring Verizon Fios to the town. Now, the deal needs approval by the state, and if approved, it would add Fios to about 38% of Brookhaven, mostly along the North Shore. And construction on new apartments for military veterans in Island Park started today. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation will offer affordable housing on the site of the former Long Beach Motor Inn. The apartments are expected to open in late 2027 or early 2028. And dozens of new military recruits from Suffolk were sworn in today. The county hosted an oath of service ceremony in Hauppauge.
For me, it's a commitment. It's honor, courage, and commitment for me. It means that I'm going to make a change in my country.
The new service members will join the U.S. Army and Navy. All right, let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather. It was a gorgeous day today. There was a bit of a sun shower, but that came and went. You can see tomorrow we are in the 60s, a lot cooler with clouds overhead. Of course, we'll have that 7-day forecast for you later in the broadcast.
I'm Macy Eglund. A new facility to treat a groundwater plume on Long Island is now up and running after officials had been fighting for decades to get it cleaned up. Our Virginia Huey spoke to residents who are feeling hopeful that this will work.
I should have done it a long time ago.
Ted Beal says the Navy's installation of a water treatment facility in Bethpage is long overdue. Beal, who's lived in Bethpage for 50-plus years, blames Grumman's toxic plume for his son's eye cancer.
I think it was probably from the pollution from Grumman's, because he was very athletic on the baseball field, swimming in the pool, all that kind of stuff.
The groundwater plume, which originated from Grumman's aircraft manufacturing facility, is more than 4 miles long and 2 miles wide, extending as far as 900 feet below the surface. A 2020 Newsday investigation found the aerospace giant knew as far back as the mid-1970s that its toxic chemicals were contaminating area groundwater, but kept the information secret.
We made little progress.
For more than 40 years, residents, environmentalists, and politicians demanded a cleanup plan.
This area right here, that's where my house is. Leaders and the government can't come to a resolution.
Today, a $46 million treatment facility on Union Avenue is up and running. The Navy is footing the bill. The 9,600 square foot plant is designed to contain the spread of the toxic plume and remediate contamination. 3 million gallons of groundwater will be treated daily. The plant's remediation systems target volatile organic compounds, including TCE and 1,4-dioxane and other contaminants, which leached into the ground for decades, beginning with aircraft production on the site in the 1940s.
This is really a good day to celebrate because this is the longest, widest, deepest plume in the history of Long Island, and to have these wells now installed and remediating that contamination is really a landmark day for this process.
It should have been fixed a long time ago.
40-year Bethpage resident Peggy Pollock says after worrying about her water quality for decades, the treatment facility brings some relief.
Absolutely, yeah. Very hopeful that it will and will do the right thing, for sure.
Residents have called for health studies claiming there are cancer cases that are related to Grumman's pollution, but there has not been any conclusive proof. State investigators have never found a direct link between the Grumman pollution and higher cancer rates in the community. For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
It's been a big concern for a long time. Joining me now to take a deeper dive into this topic is Newsday Towns reporter Joseph Ostapiuk and Bethpage Water District Superintendent Mike Bufus. Thank you both for being here with us to chat about this. Joe, we'll start with you. If you could just give us a little more background about how this plume started for people who don't know.
So Grumman Aerospace, the predecessor to Northrop Grumman, operated on a 609-acre plot in Bethpage for aircraft manufacturing beginning in the 1940s that extended through the 1990s. From that process, the company dumped toxic materials into the soil that leach into the groundwater, and that's how we have the plume that we know today.
It was hidden for a long time, a concern that we didn't know we even needed to have at the time. Mike, explain for us how this system will work in cleaning it up now.
So the premise behind this system is to remove the contaminated groundwater, treat it to drinking water standards, and then re-inject it or reintroduce it into the aquifer as clean water so it's not wasted. And then that will prevent the spread of the contamination moving further south.
Okay. Joe, put into perspective for us just how big this plume is.
Yeah, so the plume is around 4 miles long, a little bit more than that based on 2019 data, 2 miles wide, and it goes as far as 900 feet deep, so rather deep into the soil. And we also found that it slowly migrates south.
So, Mike, where do we stand today in this cleanup? Like, so far, how much progress has been made?
Well, this is a huge milestone for the startup of this plant. We actually see the results of the plant, even though it's been running not that long. Our groundwater contamination has changed, what we're withdrawing at our pump stations.
Mike, what do you want residents in Bethpage to know about this cleanup process?
Well, it's taken a long time.
Yeah.
And the residents, when they call me and I speak to them or go to their homes, they're frustrated. I'm not going to say the frustration is over, but it's taken a long time for us to get to this point, but this is what needed to happen. That we've investigated the plume, and this is the final stage to knock down the mass. Probably 95% of the mass of this contamination will be treated from these 6 wells.
Again, the Navy is paying for this facility.
Yes.
So thank you all for your participation in this important topic, of course. Our Newsday Towns reporter Joseph Ostapiuk and Water District Superintendent Mike Bufus. You can read more about the cleanup of the Grumman plume on our website, newsday.com.
Feed Me is brought to you by GL Homes, a reputation built on quality and trust since 1976.
We are searching for the best sushi on Long Island. Newsday food writers Erica Marcus and Maria Elena Martinez take us to Huntington.
We have convened this meeting because we are publishing our best sushi list.
Yeah.
And we wanted to talk about sushi and how you get onto that list. We're here at Enzo no Sacco,
which is a lovely new spot in Huntington.
Right, it's the newest place on the list. Thank you. I always get the chirashi.
I know, so I've started copying you because I think it's such a fabulous way to judge a sushi spot.
Let's start to dig in.
I always like a starter that's a sashimi dish.
And why is that?
I just feel like you can tell exactly what kind of fish you're getting. You can taste it, it's clean, and this is a carpaccio, which is a yellowtail derivative with jalapeno and a little bit of ponzu.
I think we're agreed that first and foremost, the fish has to be fresh.
Yes, super, super fresh fish.
But also variety, because there's nothing more dispiriting than ordering sushi and just getting tuna, yellowtail, and salmon.
Fair.
Like, I want them to really be enthusiastic and passionate about fish.
A lot of restaurants on Long Island do all of these crazy, dynamic, dynamite rolls.
I went to a very popular sushi restaurant, and I actually asked the owners, like, what is with this? And he told me Long Islanders actually, for the most part, they like to go out for sushi, but they actually don't love the taste of fish. So
they love the taste of avocado, and cucumber, and crunchies, and soy sauce, and ponzu.
Exactly. Now this is smoked ocean trout, and I'm happy to say that this chirashi has no salmon because they don't eat salmon in Japan.
Can I have your other
Right,
ocean trout?
come on.
You can taste the fish.
This is an omelet, and this is a test of the sushi maker's skill. Like a good sushi chef will really labor over making this tender and delicious. I think this is a really good addition to the scene.
I'm very excited that he's somewhat local to me.
This is Maria Elena Martinez
And Erica Marcus for Newsday TV.
If you want more from our sushi list, visit newsday.com/feedme.
The Knicks are getting ready for Game 1 in their first-round playoff series with the Hawks. And Newsday Knicks beat writer Steve Popper likes Jalen Brunson and New York's chances.
We're here as the Knicks are prepping for their series with the Atlanta Hawks, opening round series of the playoffs. And look, we're 82 games in, and this is really where the season begins for the Knicks. For everything they accomplished this year, the 53 wins, the NBA Cup, what this team was built for was for a playoff run. And it starts with a team that they should be able to beat, the Atlanta Hawks. They've won 2 out of 3 from this season. They match up very well with them on paper. As good as Atlanta is with their starting lineup, they don't have the depth, they don't have the size in the interior that the Knicks have and can give them problems with. And they don't have Jalen Brunson, who, look, Jalen Johnson is a young superstar on the rise for the Hawks, but Jalen Brunson is the experienced star All-NBA guy here who has controlled playoff series in the past. I think with those advantages, the Knicks will get through this series. It's a challenge. It's going to be a fight. And I think a young Hawks team is going to get their first taste without Trae Young like they had a couple of years ago of what it can be like coming to Madison Square Garden on Saturday night. The atmosphere, the excitement, the energy, the venom pointed their way. And I think this will be a series the Knicks get through, but it's not about a first-round series. This team is built to get to the finals. That's sort of the edict that was put in front of them, and this is the first step.
All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast to see how the weekend is shaping up. Now, we do know that lower temps are heading our way, and so is some rain on Sunday. But Saturday, we are in the 60s with clouds overhead. And check out Monday and Tuesday. It's pretty cold in the low 50s, but it warms up a bit after that.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
Now, for more on the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. I'm Ken Buffa. More news coming up.
Inside look at Long Island businesses as Newsday presents LI Works. Join Ken Buffa as he samples unique jobs and meets the people behind them. LI Works, now available at Newsday.com/LI Works.